You think that maybe the worrying that it's going to fall apart is what keeps you on track, because you're like, I can't let it fall apart. You know, I have a family, I have a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
I have to keep killing. I have to keep doing great.
Right. Yeah. It feels specifically. Yeah. I feel like I do feel like it's all on me with my family. Nobody else in my family works, and I take care of multiple family members, which I'm proud to do. I don't feel like that's a burden. I feel like this is great. This makes me feel, at times when I feel emasculated, that's something that makes me feel masculine. You know, when I'm like, oh, I don't know how to build anything, and I got my girlfriend here putting up sheetrock, and I'm like, I can build fucking walls emotionally. I don't know how to do anything else other than that. I was like, at least I can. At least I feel like, you know what? I can take care of this family. Like, you rely on me for that. And I guess there is something in comedy, I guess because it's not like a day job, a daily paycheck coming in every 2 weeks, maybe that seeps in. But it's weird because I am very confident. I've always been confident in anything I do. I've always felt like my father would tell me from when I was a little kid, you control your part. You control the output, not the outcome. He said that to me a million times. You control your output, not your outcome. Just control your output. And the outcome is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. I don't care about that. How are you playing? And so I feel like I control my output as best I can, but yet then I sit with these thoughts kind of, they eat at me sometimes, But, and then maybe it comes out in weird ways where I'm like, well, I'll just sell my house, or I have a grid family thing right now, but maybe I'll fall in love with the actress from Baby Reindeer. I don't know.
Did you ever talk to anybody before you sold your house? Like, talk to one of your friends?
I was able to convince all of them that it was the right move.
And you couldn't have convinced me. I wish I got on the phone
I know.
with you.
I wish you. And I got rid of a great mortgage rate. I really fucked up. So, but I had three.
Silly.
I had like free money from the bank. I really fucked up. But I'm aware of that, and I'm kind of saying along these lines, I really fucked up. I do believe I've learned a lesson. I do believe that I would never do that again. And I do believe it wasn't fatal for us. But I was like, I've never been that guy. I would manufacture problems in my brain. I would say, oh, this is an issue, but it's minor. It's not. It's self-obsessed, narcissistic, like disgusting, like, Chris, get over yourself. Self-obsessed bullshit. Get over yourself. I would do that and then kind of tell myself, like, you're being gross. Stop, Chris. Like, your family, you have a pain in your big toe. It's not brain cancer. Shut up. And, your family needs you. And then, so I would do that, but then I actually did give myself a big problem. I had two major problems. I had this house sale, and then I had a family member who really was acting crazy, like crazy, where I was like, this is now a nightmare. This has become an issue. So I'm like, now for the first time in the past 9 months, I'm like, you one self-induced, one not, and you've created, now how do you deal with this?
How do you think you created the problem with your family member acting crazy?
Because I enabled them. I feel
specifically. How'd you do that?
I feel, well, because I was giving them, money. I was not aware that an issue was going on. I was kind of giving them
a drug issue.
Yes, and I was allowing them, like to do things and say things, and I was just like, this is fun. It's chaos, baby. And then not realizing, like, hey, man, you're affecting way more. You're going to be the head of this family than be the head of this family. They're going to follow your lead, and your lead right now, no matter how much you tell yourself, I don't do drugs, I don't drink too much, I'm stable. You're not, buddy. Like, you have to put your feet down right now, and your family's, my 8-year-old she's old enough now to somebody in her class will be like, oh, your dad's the comic, he's pretty filthy. Right. So my daughter is at an age where she's, I've never mentioned them. Nobody knows what they look like. I'm not that. But I'm like, oh, there's responsibilities now. There's repercussions for things we're doing now. My kids, they're not little anymore. My 13-year-old, I have 13, 8, and 2. My 2-year-old's obviously a baby, but 13 and 8, you're going to have to now really, really, really get your shit together. And I think that was scary because nobody really in my family, no male figures at least, even though my father's a great man, nobody really got their shit together, right? I was like, I'm the only one who went to college. I'm the only one who pursued anything. I'm the only one who's ever even owned a home, so even though I sold it immediately. So
how long did you have it for?
About 2 years. And I sold it for way under. My neighbor, who I didn't consult with, was like, why? If you wanted to move fine. I get it. Staten Island's not for everybody, even though I love Staten Island.
But you ruined the property values.
He was like, yes. He was like, what the fuck? And he was like, you sold it. Who the fuck did you sell this to? And you sold it for hundreds of thousands of dollars less than it was worth.
Why did you do that?
Because I just wanted to get out. I just wanted to move.
So you just accepted the first offer?
Yes. I just needed action. My father his marriage with my mother got ruined because he was a hardcore gambler. Hardcore, Gamblers Anonymous,
That's a scary disease.
Yes, gamble. And my father told me, even before I started doing this, my father was always like, you do not gamble, okay? If I ever see you learning card tricks, if I ever see you knowing what gambling on sports, any of that, you're really going to upset me. And this is the only demand I have of you is do not gamble. And what I believe has happened is I don't gamble. I don't even know what the point spreads and the VIGs, and I don't know what any of that means because and card games, you could put cards in front of me. I have no idea what's happening. People talk about, parlay bets. I have no idea what's happening. I don't know it's a foreign language to me. I was like, I'm going to do that. But what I've realized now is, well, of course I'm gambling still. I'm just not playing card games and betting.
You're just taking risks with your life.
I might be taking bigger risks with my life than he could because now he was gambling. Yes, he lost his marriage to my mom, which sucks, but whatever. You gambled, some guys wanted to kill him because he owed money. It got taken care of, and then he went to Gamblers Anonymous, and at least he was like, well, I have this disease, and I don't do it anymore. And I respect my dad for that. He got out of it.